Hello friends, it's Alexis and welcome to another round of TBR Pop. Besties, we have finally made it to the best month of the year, October, and I am so excited to be building my October TBR with you today. October is always my best reading month every single year because I just pack my TBR full of horror books, and nothing motivates me to finish a book more than knowing that I have an entire list of horror books that I'm looking forward to. I'm so excited. It's going to be an incredible month. Before we get into our game, of course, we have to talk about September's TBR and how I did. I am so excited to tell you guys I once again am getting to pull a reward. While filming this, I have not technically finished the TBR yet, but I still have 2 days left in the month and I only have one book to go, and I have already started it. I am currently 60 pages into The Exorcist, and this is the only thing that I have left to finish for the month, and I have 2 days to do it, so I have no doubt that I'll be able to. So I am going to take this as a win and pull my reward today, and then I literally have to finish it because I can't go back and put the reward back. So yay for me. Once again, I have been able to finish my TBR. I am just so happy with the way the game has been working lately, and I'm thinking if I again finish my TBR in October and get a reward, maybe I can add an extra throw onto November's TBR and start throwing for 6 prompts instead of 5. We'll see how it goes. Don't want to push myself too much again to the point where I'm not finishing my TBR. But these last 2 months have been working out really, really well. Since last TBR, I did go out and get a new receptacle for the rewards. That way I didn't have both rewards and punishments in one mug there. But I'm really just using it as an excuse to justify buying this because there was no way I was leaving the store without him. And that's my new frog mug. I mean, look at his little witch's hat. How could I leave him? I do need name suggestions, so please leave me all of your best suggestions below. Okay, enough talking about the frog. Let's pick our reward. Okay, just one. Okay. And our reward is going to be a get out of jail card. So this means that I can hold on to this, and in a future month where I need to take a punishment, I could trade this in and not take the punishment. So that's a pretty good one to have. Now that we have our reward selected, we can get into the game. But first, you might have noticed the balloons look a little bit different this month, and that's because I have added in all of the prompts for Wicked Reading's Horror Bingo 2025 edition. This is a year-long reading challenge created by Sarah from Wicked Reading. I will have her announcement video linked below, and this is her second year running it and my second year participating. My goal last year was to black out the entire board. That did not happen, but I am once again attempting to do that this year. I think I have a better chance because I'm actually starting it in October, whereas last year's I did not start it until January. So I'm thinking I'm going to be able to get a huge head start in October because I will only be reading horror books, and I am only going to be throwing for horror bingo prompts. Now, there are only 25 prompts on the bingo board, and I believe when I counted, I had something like 34 spaces on my board. So you'll see on the edges here, I do have some of my own prompts. We're just not going to aim for those. If I get them by accident, you know, whatever, it's fate. And the last thing I have to tell you about before we get into our game is the Halloween Readathon that I will be participating in throughout the month of October. This readathon was created by the wonderful, beautiful, stunning Books with Lexi, and she has so kindly asked me to be a part of it and to host some reading sprints throughout the month of October. So make sure you look out for those, as well as checking out Lexi's video that will be linked in the description. Go check out all of the co-hosts. They are all such incredible content creators, and I am so excited to see what they all end up reading this month. And the fun thing about this readathon is it only takes place on the long weekends of the month. So every Thursday evening until Sunday evening, I will be reading towards this readathon and attempting to hunt some ghosts and to escape Lexi's haunted house. This one is a game board based readathon, and my favorite way to play those is to roll as I go. So I won't actually know what my prompts are until the first weekend. None of the prompts I'm picking today are applying for that readathon, but I have no doubt that I'll be able to double up with the horror bingo prompts I'm picking today and the Halloween weekend prompts that I will be getting throughout the month. But I feel like I'm over explaining things at this point, so let's get into our game. Throw number one, I think because it's October, we have to go for an orange balloon, which unfortunately they're both sort of not in great areas of the board, both being in the center like that. I have a lot of risk of hitting other things, but I mean, it wouldn't be that bad because almost no matter what, I'm gonna get a horror bingo balloon. So let's just go for the orange in the second row up from the bottom. Okay. Or we can aim way too high and go for that purple one. Let's see what our first prompt is going to be. LGBT plus wrap. We are starting off very strong with this one. Queer horror books are my favorite kind. So I had tons of options to choose from, and I have decided to go with a classic, Things Have Gotten Worse Since We Last Spoke, and Other Misfortunes by Eric LaRocca. I have actually read Things Have Gotten Worse Since We Last Spoke back in 2021 before it was published in this collection, I think, because when did this come out? Yeah, it looks like this bind-up came out in 2022, but I have not read the other two stories in it. This also contains The Enchantment, and you'll find it's like that all over. And I know nothing about them. So disclaimer, well, I did enjoy, I don't know if that's the right word, but I guess I enjoyed Things Have Gotten Worse Since We Last Spoke. It definitely made me feel things, which is what I look for in horror. I have not really enjoyed many of this author's other stories. I've tried his novel that came out a few years ago. I've tried a bunch of other collections, and some of them I've downright hated. Some of them I've liked enough that it's intrigued me to continue to pick up from him. So I don't have the highest hopes for this one, but I am still excited to get to it, and I think it'll be a fast one to knock off of my TBR since it's 3 short stories, one of which I've already read before, and the other 2 I should be able to fly through pretty quickly. Eric LaRocca is a queer author, and the title story, Things Have Gotten Worse Since We Last Spoke, is about a lesbian couple. So fits the prompts there. If you don't know what this one is about, it is very, very famous for being absolutely disgusting. It starts off innocent enough. It is about this woman who is selling an apple peeler online, and a potential buyer messages her. They start talking. They get into a very interesting relationship, and it evolves into one of the most disgusting things I have ever read in my entire life. Please, if you are planning to read this, do not eat while doing so. You might lose your appetite for the entire day. Row number 2, let's just go for that orange one again. See if we can get it this time. Oh my god, so close. We did it. Prompt 2 is going to be mixed media. Okay, I feel like this is a really good one for spooky season. All right, another incredible prompt. I'm just gonna say that for every single one because truly there is not a bad prompt on the horror bingo board, but I'm very happy this one came up. This is a book that I've been looking forward to since I heard about it in August. And of course, this cover caught my eye because of the neon green, and I had just been hearing so much about the sequel, Strange Pictures by Yuketsu. Before that week when I picked this up, I had no idea what this was about, but flipping through it, I knew I had to take it home with me. Like the title says, there are strange pictures throughout. I haven't read it, so I don't know if this is spoiling anything. This is a spine-tingling bestseller that has taken Japan by storm, an eerie, fresh take on mystery horror in which a series of seemingly innocent pictures draws you into a disturbing web of unsolved mysteries and shattered psyches. Does that not sound so good? So this story is structured around 9 childlike drawings, every one holding a disturbing clue. This novel invites readers to piece together the harrowing truth behind each and the overarching backstory that connects them all. Incredible! This sounds like it's going to be so much fun. Alright, so far we have a purple and an orange. I feel like we should just stick with the Halloween colors and go for a green now. So I think I'm gonna go for the darkest green in the top row. Fuck. Yellow is not a very Halloween color. but that's okay. I know the prompt is going to be a good one. Prompt number 3 is going to be Plants Eco Nature Horror. I love this one. Even though this isn't the balloon I was going for, I am very happy I got this because this means I am finally getting to read A Botanical Daughter by Noah Medlock. This one has been on my priority TBR the entire year. I believe I got this one for Christmas. Was it a gift? It was. It was a gift from my friend Ashlyn, and I am so excited about this one. This one is a Frankenstein retelling following this gay couple that create a daughter out of plants. It's an unusual thing to live in a botanical garden, but Simon and Gregor are an unusual pair of gentlemen. Hidden away from the disapproving tattle of Victorian London, they are free to follow their own interests without interference. For Simon, this means working in taxidermical art. Gregor's business in exotic plants, lucrative but harmless enough. Until his latest acquisition, a strange fungus which shows signs of intellect beyond any plants he's seen, inspires him to attempt a master work, true intelligent life from plant matter. I mean, come on. Frankenstein retelling, but make it gay and a plant horror? Yes. All right, on to prompt 4. It worked out last time throwing and trying for that balloon I wanted again, so let's just go for the green one again, and hopefully we hit it this time. Well, it gave us a green, just not the green I wanted. Something paranormal. Once again, we got a very easy prompt, one of my favorite subgenres of horror, so you know I had a ton to choose from. I'm very happy with what I've decided to pick because it was a Literally Dead Book Club pick for September that I didn't get around to. That is Killer on the Road and The Babysitter Lives by Stephen Graham Jones. If I didn't already love Stephen Graham Jones, I would have bought this just because how cool is this? It is a bind up of 2 novellas split right down the middle, so when you finish one, you flip it over and you start the next one. I love horror so much. For the paranormal prompt, I will be officially using The Babysitter Lives because what I found online about this one is that this is about a haunted house and has paranormal supernatural elements, whereas The Killer on the Road, I think, deals with real life horror, like a real life slasher serial killer. So starting out with this one, this is about 18-year-old Harper who has decided to run away from home after having an argument with her brother. However, her 2 best friends, little sister and ex-boyfriend, all stop her from hitchhiking. What they don't realize is that Harper has been marked by a very unique serial killer who's been trawling the highway for the past 3 years, and now the killer is after them all in this fast-paced and deadly chase where the interstate becomes a graveyard. And then for The Babysitter Lives, one is about a high school senior named Charlotte. She's a babysitter, as we could assume. She's filling out college applications. Tomorrow is Halloween. The house is filled with mysterious noises and secrets that only the twins she's babysitting understand. Echoes of horror that Charlotte gradually realizes took place 11 years ago. Soon, Charlotte has to admit that every babysitter's worst nightmare has come true. They're not alone in the house. I've heard that both of these are super fast-paced, addicting reads, so I cannot wait to dive into them both. All right, on to the final throw, number 5. I am feeling a red balloon. I think if all of the genres had colors, horror would definitely be red to me. Let me know your thoughts below. What color is horror? But I think that means I want to go for the red balloon all the way to the right in the 2nd row up. It's feeling like a good one, so let's see if we can hit it. Oh my god, that was so off. We almost had another purple. Okay, focus. Red balloon, you are mine. Oh yeah. All right, my aim has not been great today, but this just made up for it. And our final prompt for October is going to be published in 2025. I think this is a perfect one. Okay, truly, I could not have asked for a better prompt because I had to get this book on the TBR somehow, and this fits perfectly. And it even sort of matches with the red on the cover. So for a horror book published in 2025, I'm going with 13 Months Haunted by Jimmy Giuliano. This is going to be my second book by this author. I read his previous book, Dead 11, and I enjoyed it. I just wish some things had been done a little bit differently, but to this day, the opening scene in that book is one of my favorite scenes I have ever read in a horror book. So I'm really hoping this book delivers the same way, and the premise just sounds incredible. This one follows a school librarian named Piper, and she can tell right away that there's something strange about the new girl in 8th grade. Even though all the other kids are obsessed with the latest Y2K tech like AOL, Napster, blogs, Avery Wallace won't touch a computer ever. And stranger still, her mother comes to school with her every day and sits next to her in class. Like, that is scary enough. Seeing that Avery's odd behavior is beginning to make her an outcast, Piper decides to befriend her. She wants to support the lonely teen, but it can't hurt to satisfy her own curiosity while she's at it, right? What's up with the rumors that Avery's mother is a witch and her family really used to live in a haunted house? Quickly, Piper realizes this might be the worst decision she's ever made because there's something dark inside Avery Wallace and it's spreading. Something I do really love about Jimmy Giuliano's stories is that they're always very nostalgic, set in the past. His last one, Dead 11, took place in present time, but they traveled to this island where all of the residents were literally stuck in the 90s. And now this one being set in the 2000s, I think it's going to be so fun. So nostalgic to me as one of the first generations growing up with the internet and stuff that is going to be in this book. Plus, I absolutely love the idea that her mother is a witch. It's giving me big weapons vibes, and honestly, I'll eat up anything that is similar to that movie. And I saved the best part for last. The reason that I had to get this one on the TBR this month is because the Gabby Reads asked me to be on the Book Troop live show for the October book club selection. I still can't believe it. I seriously think I'm dreaming, but if this is real life, thank you so much, Gabby. I am so excited to read this book and to talk to everybody about it. But that is going to be it, friends. I am so excited for every single one of these. I think this is a perfect October TBR. We have a mix of everything here. And look at this color scheme. This is really cute. I feel like it goes together really, really well. If you would like to let me know you were here, our emoji of the video has to be a bat because it's freaking bats. I love Halloween.
It's freaking bats. I love Halloween.
And please make sure to check out all of my incredible friends that I have linked in the description. It is going to be a jam-packed October. So hopefully you don't get sick of my face because you're going to be seeing a lot of it. But as always, friends, thank you so much for watching. I hope you read a good book today, and I will see you soon in my next one. Bye.